This is our presentation, and our web application is about student information management. For the introduction, so student information management web application is an innovative system meticulously crafted for streamlined management of student records. It was developed using PHP and MySQL. This dynamic application adheres to the widely acclaimed CRUD, or the create, read, update, and delete model, empowering user to effortlessly input, view, and delete student information. So first we have student information form, or the index.php. The main page index.php serves as the entry point for users to input student information. The form includes essential fields such as first name, last name, middle name, age, sex, course, and year. Bootstrap is utilized for styling, ensuring a responsive and visually appealing design. Custom styles further enhance the background image, form alignment, and button presentation. Next. Next, we have processing form data, or the process.php. The processing script establishes a database connection and checks its validity based on the request method. The script either inserts new student data into the database or updates existing records. Input validation and sanitations are notably absent for a security risk. Next is viewing student data. The viewing script fetches student records from the database, displaying them with Bootstrap style pagination controls. Records are presented in a structured format, allowing users to edit or delete individual entries. Also, pagination logic calculates the necessary parameters for displaying a limited number of records per page. Editing student information, or the edit_content.php. And the editing page retrieves existing student database on the provided ID parameter. The retrieved information is pre-filled in a form, establishing user to make modification. Similar to pages, there is a room. Next. Updating student information. The script update content that PHP processes the form data from the editing page and updates the corresponding student record in the database. Next. Also, we have delete student record. The deletion script removes the student record based on the provided ID parameter. Upon successful deletion, users are redirected to the viewing page. This is our database connected in the SQL script file name CRUD sample.sql. Initializes the database and defines the structure of the details table. The table includes fields for the student's ID, first name, last name, middle name, age, sex, course, and year. So here are the 10 topics covered in the course. Next. First, you have form handling and validation. Student information form in the index.php. The purpose of this to collect user input for student information, including fields such as first name, last name, middle name, age, sex, course, and year. It is essential for users to provide accurate and valid data. For the validation, the form includes HTML5 validation attributes. required for certain fields to that user cannot submit a form without filling in the required information. Form handling and validation for process. The purpose, this script handles the processing of form data submitted from index.php. It establishes a connection to the database and performs actions based on the request method, the post or get. For post request, it inserts new data to the database, and for the get request with an ID parameter, it updates existing records. For the validation, while the script extracts data from the fields, it lacks explicit validation measure. Next. Another one for the edit content. Its purpose, this page allows user to edit existing student information. It retrieves the current data from the database and prefills the form for modification. The validation, the script it retrieves data based on the ID parameter from the GET request, while it prefills the form with existing data, additional validation measure can be implemented. Also in the update content, its purpose, the script processes the edited from the data and updates the corresponding student record. Similar to processing script, the script is lacks explicit validation measures. For the another topic, basic PHP syntax and control structure. In the codes we provided, the basic PHP syntax control structure are used throughout the PHP script to handle server-side logic, interact with database, and process form data. Here are some key aspects for the basic PHP syntax and control structures. First, we have PHP tags and syntax. Its purpose is embedded with HTML using PHP tags. This allows the execution for PHP logic alongside the HTML. Next, variables and data types. PHP variables are used to store and manipulate data. Various data types such as strings and integers and arrays are employed. Next, conditional statement. Its purpose, a conditional statement are used for decision making in the code. They execute certain blocks of code based on a specific condition. Loops are employed to iterate through arrays or perform repetitive tasks. Function encapsulates a set of instructions for use. They help in organizing and modularizing code. Superglobals are used to collect form data or URL parameters submitted by the users. Last, error handling is implemented to gracefully handle issues that may arise during execution. HTML or CSS integration with PHP. HTML form is created to collect information from the user. Styling is applied using inline CSS and a link external style sheet. This form is designed for user to input details like first name, last name, etc. and submit the data to be processed by PHP. For the process, PHP code is used to handle form data processing, which includes connecting to the database, retrieving and validating form and inserting the data into the database. For the view, the PHP code is used to fetch data from the database and display it. Pagination is also implemented for better user experience. For the edit content, PHP code is used to retrieve the existing data of a student form from the database and prefill the form for editing. Next is Bootstrap framework. In the provided code snippets, the Bootstrap framework is utilized for styling and creating responsive layout. Bootstrap is a popular front-end framework that simplifies the process of designing web pages by providing pre-designed components and responsive grid system. In here we have HTML file, the index.php, and the edit content. Bootstrap CSS is included at the top of the head section to apply styling. For the navbar section, the navigation bar or navbar uses Bootstrap for styling. Basic PHP integration. This form submission is directed to a PHP script in the process.php. This script is responsible for processing the form data on the server side. Error handling. Error handling is the process for managing and responding to errors or exemptions that may occur during execution of a program. Pagination in PHP. The pagination divides a large dataset into smaller pages for more user-friendly display. It's crucial for managing substantial content like database records for breaking into digestible sections. Also, pagination involves determining the total items, setting the items per page, calculating total pages, and providing navigation links. Form data processing. It manages user-submitted information from web forms. The server-side script validates and interacts the database, generating a response for user security measures, prevent vulnerabilities, ensuring effective communication, and actions like data storage and user feedback. Form handling. It involves managing user-submitted data from HTML forms on a website when users fill out a form and submit it. The data is processed on the server using server-side script. The process includes data validation, error handling, and, if needed, interaction with database storage for retrieval. Also, form handling is crucial for collecting and processing user input securely and efficiently on the web. Last, we have custom CSS style. It serves to visually customize and control the layout of HTML elements on website, ensuring a consistent and branded appearance. It enhances aesthetics, responsiveness, and user experience while also facilitating code maintenance through separation of styling and content.